Good morning and welcome. The second lesson in the comprehension book, titled as The Tree Doctor. How can there be tree doctor? There are various doctors like general physicians, surgeons, say dental doctor, dentist, audiologist, cardiologist, and people who do research, PhD, are also doctors. But tree doctor, yes, Dr. Yamanu, a research scholar, not a mere academic scholar, a lifetime doctor of trees, who cared for trees, who had also studied and researched about trees. So he is a research scholar, Dr. Yamanu, because he was a tree doctor. He was treating literally trees, dying trees. He is from Japan. He worked many years in overseas. It's not given there. Probably after the world wars, Japan had experienced a lot of destruction, not only the cities but the natural forest also. So huge ancient trees were dying, and he treated them. He gave some injections, nutritions, all natural methods, medicine that he produced. So he was not even using concrete as Europeans used to repair the broken parts of the trees. He just cleaned them and applied medicines. He was not known for this work for many years, but when the trees came to life, everybody turned their attention towards him. So he was always working with the trees in the forest from the beginning of his life. So this is the summary. I shall explain some more points. Preferably, I will give you some further details that you may involve in this lesson, the topic of the lesson, or the content of the lesson, as I give you answers. Okay. So the exercise is A, everything is true. Okay. Then exercise B, first question. List 4 ways in which trees help humans and other creatures. See, they store water because of their roots under the earth. They protect floods, protect us human beings or the creatures on the earth, because erosion of soil is stopped. They produce air, oxygen. They consume carbon dioxide and release oxygen. You see how trees help us. They also protect us from the sun. They become not only the book is a home for many creatures, also human beings. This point I want to explain a little more further so that you will be involved. One of the army officer was in Andamans. He was giving communication with the Indian army, remaining a watchtower. So there were helipad in an island. There are so many thousands of islands in Andaman and Nicobar where you could not enter, but only tribal peoples live. So somehow army with all force they managed to put up a watchtower, communication tower. It's all full glassed, bulletproof glass or bomb blasting glass, everything. very powerful protection and air conditioned with our solar system generator and so on. And through the glass, when the officer was looking, some snakes coming and biting the glasses, pythons, big snakes. They were afraid. They take the gun and sit there without sleeping whole night, worried of life. And when the torch and see nearby, there are human beings also sleeping in the branches of the trees, alongside the other snakes. Used to question. We with all weapons, Indian army today fighting with the big powers, are afraid of these snakes, and those tribals are sleeping with the snakes. Who is really living? Okay, that's another matter. So the trees can be home for us also, for these tribals. But on the contrary, we cut down trees, make big, beautiful buildings, schools, institutions, all with the furnitures. We use sit in the benches, all woods. Birbhum, Bir in Santali is a forest. Sundarbon in Bengal, we have got a bone sister. And we have destroyed these forests. And we are destroying ourselves. You see, they give air, water, protect us from the heat, sun, from the flood. So many things they do. They are our friends. They are our savior, in other words, I should say. By cutting trees, we are killing ourselves because they have no life, they can't talk. They have life, of course, but they can't talk only. But by cutting trees, we are killing ourselves. You see how far we have gone from nature, or ourselves, our real self, the life of human beings. We have forgotten. We think we live, we are dying. Okay, dear friends, I call you friends because I am a living being like you, like trees. Trees, human beings are equal, should be treated equally. Animals and human beings treated equally. Okay, students then or teacher. All these differences doesn't make any meaning when we are one with nature. Okay, good friends again. Now let's proceed to the next question. So, why was Dr. Yamanu concerned after the Second World War? I already gave the answer. Trees were destroyed. Third one, why are braided straw ropes tied around the trunks of very large old trees? It's a religious practice in Japan. But you know, it keeps the trees cool. Braided straws. Straw houses are really good. We are all for stability, permanence, concrete building, concrete ideas. You see, straw houses are better. Though they get burned, there is leaking. And people can sleep on the branches of the trees without dress. Imagine, why do we need all big buildings? Our body is protected. If we are accustomed to being under the tree, straw house is also sufficient. But unfortunately, our straw today is so weakened, they can't last long. You can use dried palm tree leaves, very cooling, very lasting roofs. Better than concrete roofs. You put a concrete roof, it gets scratched within a year or two, and it leaks. You think that big buildings, you are safer, but no. Earthquake, what happens? Thunder rain, what happens? Flood, what happens? Any building is broken and you are under the building, You can't save yourself. You see, all these are there, but so love trees. Ultimate question is love trees like this, Dr. Imanu. Though you can't become doctors, I said in the teaching of the lesson. Though you can't become doctors of many things, scholars, research holders. You can become doctor treating trees, take care of grass also. You can do, not just for the sake of doing research and getting the title as doctor, but you really have to contribute something to the nature and human life. That's more important. Okay, so I have seen some places where they plant branches cut from the trees, like neem trees, and they tie this braided straw and it comes to life. That's why I'm all sharing this. It's okay. It's not only a religious practice, it has got a natural effect, cooling, giving life to the dying trees. Okay. Now, wire braided straw ropes tied around the trunks of the very large old trees. It's a religious practice. The book you write, that one is enough. But you may think, what nonsense all this? Why should I study? No, 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 don't think so. I want you to involve in these lessons and study. Understand? See, unless there is an involvement, you can't learn. You couldn't understand. It's not only English knowledge, but involvement in the content of the lesson will make you understand better, even if you don't know language. Language of the heart, we say. Okay. Fourth one, what were the differences between the European style and Dr. Yamanu's method when it came to saving trees? They were using concrete cements for repairing, he was using natural method. Whatever his efforts ignored at first, how did he go on to inspire the younger generation? It took time but successful, so ignored in the first. But when many trees came to life, young people liked it. Is the relation between trees and humans an equal one? Why or why not? This answer I had already given you. You call trees, you embrace trees. Somewhere I found embrace trees. So as you embrace people, embrace trees, they grow. I have heard, it must be true. Farmers who go frequently every day to the paddy field, go around them, look them with affection and so on. The paddy grows well. There's so many. Even cooking, if you do it in command, if you got some talent, some people cook it's tasty. Same material. So you see, you don't think this. I just started to say many things. General knowledge, of course. The Western methodology, I won't say everything is wrong. There are certain democratic values and so on. But it's a divide and rule or divide and study. Say material, even English grammar, material noun, concrete noun, countable, uncountable. Divide and see. There's some own science, okay. But unite and unite, combine, integral is Eastern methodology. So let's learn both, okay. So that is why we have to see everything in the world, on earth, in nature, as one part. Science also tells there is a environmental coherence, a family, life link in the nature. So trees and human beings should be treated equally because they are part of our life. They give life to us. Okay, more than enough sufficient answers I given. Then we come to the next page 10. Just fill up the blanks. Number 1, overseas. 2, ancient. 3, nourishment. 4, home. 5, vital. 6, conviction. 7 revived, 8 recharged. You can get other words from dictionary or the book. Now these I leave it for you because about articles A and D, very easy grammar. You do be yourself. But let me a little bit explain to you about this composition. If I just say you write, you may not write also. Even if you don't write, I think it is my duty also to tell you something about poster making. Okay, buy a piece of chart paper. May give a title: "Save Trees, Save Humanity." Bengali, you see, save life. So drive, save life. We are in artificial stage. Driving, we are asked to say drive safe. We become mechanical and irrational. What do you say? Rash driving. So, how are we going to save trees? Recently, I went just for shopping one part of Rampur. I saw this boaties, at least 10 of them bringing from forest side, big, huge old trees cut down. How are we going to save life? You are not able to save our life. If you think you may be having a better life in the AC car, you are dying. You know all these things. So save trees, save humanity. Make a poster. Okay. You can also make a comparison. Save life by safe driving. Okay. Save life by saving trees. To make how life is in contrast. We have forgotten our human life at all. We have forgotten what you say totally. Okay, trees are powerful but helpless because you cut them, they don't cry, but they are really crying, we don't hear. Okay, write a paragraph if you can. Well and good, thank you.